What's up, fam? Welcome back to another video. So today I am doing something completely different, right? So as some of y'all may know, that I am actually, trying out this thing while we're showing y'all how I work out, how I train, all the clients and all that good stuff. So if you like to see more of this content, make sure that you like, subscribe, all right? Share it with everybody that you know. Today is Tuesday. I took yesterday off because I had a lot going on. My wife and my son was coming back in from Connecticut, and I just decided to take our son and just let my wife rest and sleep for the rest of the evening. So I hit the gym yesterday. But today's a brand new week, brand new grace, brand new mercy. All right, so let's go. So I already got my stuff already mixed up already. So if you haven't already, make sure that you go to our online store, get your Ultimate Energy, all right? Has about 170 milligrams of caffeine, but it has a lot of B complex, a lot of minerals too as well. That way you don't experience the crash. You actually, get all that good stuff. Got my pre-workout. Probably gonna skip cardio today. I did a 3.5 mile walk with my dog Sincere. So we typically do that every day. I'm gonna do that, skip that, and just do dynamic warm-ups before I work out. Always when you do a warm-up before you start training, it's like taking meat out of the freezer, right? You want your muscles to thaw out, or your chicken to thaw out before you start seasoning it, ripping it apart, tearing it. You want to make sure that it's already fully warmed up. All right, so let's go again. I need some clips to warm up with the plate on it, and then slap 225 on it. That's pretty much what I do for my regular set. Do about 225 for 10 reps. That's about 70% of my 1 rep max. Probably a little bit less than that. I know my last PR was, I think it was 320. How could be more than that? I did 315 for 3 reps. If I'm gonna do a push or chest and shoulders, do a little bit of dynamic warm up, followed by a few static stretches. Then I do a warm up set. So I have 135. I'll probably do for about 15, 20 reps. 135. All right, let's go again. Reps. Whew. All right. So I got some dumbbells. That way I can knock out side raises and also reverse flies all at the same spot. Side raises, let's go. My headphones are so old. They don't even stick in my ears. Or braille, I should say. Whew. Ooh, my shoulders are burning. Ooh. Whew. So typically wait like a minute and a half. Let's go. So somebody asked me, like, how often do I do PRs? Not often. It was like probably once a year or something like that. So I don't know PRs. Because most of it is just for overall strength, functionality, mobility. I'm not competing in any sports anymore. So really defeats the purpose of like trying to do PRs and all that whatnot. You can probably find this in the NASM textbook, strength conditioning. You can find it in the ACE textbook, whichever one. But researchers say that in order for you to be able to calculate your relative 1 rep max, whatever weight that you can do for 10 reps, multiply that by a range of between a number of 1.43 and 1.46. So let's say theoretically, the 225 that I did for 10 reps, multiply that by 1.43, right? My relative 1 rep max is 321. Right, so I did 315 the other day, I did it for 3 reps. So if I was to slap on an extra 5 pounds, I probably would have been able to do it for probably 1 rep, right? So if I did that same number by 1.46, think about 328. So any number between 320 and about probably 330, right, is my relative 1 rep max, which I've tested it before. All right, last set. Let's boogie. 10 reps. It's always good to train the full range of motion, right? Because you feel it more, but you also need to build more functionality on the eccentric and the concentric motion. What I mean by that is concentric motion is when the muscle is contracting. Eccentric is when it's relaxing, right? So build more functionality and overall strength within those two movements. So you have 3 different energy systems: ATP, glycolysis, and you have oxidative. So ATP is typically the energy system that burns the fastest within about 0 to 10 second time frame, right? So if you're doing like moderate training, then you're pretty much using glycolysis because that's where most of your carbohydrates and sugars are stored, right? If you're doing a lot of like long endurance training, like cardio and stuff like that, you're utilizing oxidative. Right now, what my body's utilizing is that glycolysis system. So right now, I'm allowing my body to recover. I want to be able to perform efficiently. I rest for about 2 to 5 minutes, allow my body to recover. That way I can begin my new set, right? And then because I'm doing strength, my intensity or my RPE, rate of perceived exertion, it's about 70 to about 80% of my 1 rep max. So that's why I'm doing about 10 reps. In some cases, I'm doing 12, getting to that strength endurance phase. I go medium resistance because I'm targeting the chest muscle from a different angle. Crossbody chest press, you're gonna be positioned perpendicular to the handle and pushing across your body here. So take your time with it. You want your back of your shoulder, you want your shoulder blades to rest on the seat. You want to keep your elbows aligned with the handle or above it. So when you pause, you can feel it right on the inside. All right, let's boogie. 90 degrees. One. So I most definitely could have taken a nap just to get my energy back up. Huh? Gotcha, yeah. I'm actually doing 3. Nice. All right, come on, big guy. You want to lift off?
No, no lift off.
All right, bet. You just want me to just be positioned?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, got you, bro.
Come on, back up.
Prevent you from dying. Come on, one more. Drive your feet, bro. Yeah. Come on. Drive. Nice. Go on. Make sure y'all count for me, because I can't talk and count. Hold on. Matter of fact, hold that thought. Thing. It's like a lot of people, they just get too hung bent on like, yo, I got one more set left. So that's the thing. People get so hung bent on like, oh, I gotta hit the heaviest weight. Bro, don't even ego lift. Find a spot that's your range, and you just build from there. Like training is all about building your foundation. Everybody want the strongest house, but have a weak foundation. They won't have muscles, they won't be strong, but they can't stretch. 3 more. So we got chest fly and reverse fly. I'm gonna put 190 up there, and then reverse fly I typically do about 145. So I almost lost my whole life. There we go. Handle's gotta be like right at your chest, your nipple area. Let's do it. Who that? Hold on, my wife calling me. Love Bug, what's up? What you want from there? A big fish meal. Why don't you just DoorDash place where you get fish meal? So yeah, I got my wife on mute, but she called to ask me if I can get her Burger King. Oh, I'm recording for YouTube. She said, you tell her. So yeah, she said, can you get me some Burger King? No, you get me some cooked food. That's what she need. She some cooked food. Okay, you send over 35. I'll send you over 50. You're welcome, baby. All right, love you, baby. So let's boogie. You can train the front delts if you do upright rows, right? You train up if you do upright rows, you're still training your delts, right? If you do chest press, you're training interior delts. If you're doing chest flies, you're training interior delts, right? So you don't always have to train your interior delts if you're average Joe. I got two more. I got two more. I just felt the fatigue. I got two more. Come on. So like when I first started my health lifestyle, my fitness lifestyle, life of being fit, I grew up on CT Fletcher was like the main dude I listened to. Let's recap. So I did flat bench chest press, crossbody chest press, chest fly. That's my three chests that I did today. Shoulder press, side raises, reverse flies. That's my three shoulders. So when you're in the gym, you can do 3 to 4 exercises of each muscle group. And it's okay. I typically do a lot of compound lifts because I get to target multiple muscles. Even the maximum time I have is 90 minutes. Sometimes if I'm on crunch time, bro, I'm probably doing like 1 or 2 supersets or giant sets, and I'm out of here in 45 minutes. Woo. Almost 700 calories. Typically how much I burn in about an hour or so. So that completes today's workout. Yeah. So if you want to see more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe. And let me know what training days you want to see me do and all that good stuff. All right. Y'all take care. Peace.